Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to start the downswing. I get a lot of questions from golfers or my students on what do I do. I managed to get to the top of the backswing, but I just do not know what to do on a downswing. It is easier to control the backswing because it's a slower movement, but on a downswing it's a lot faster. So we just got to make sure that the sequence is right and the timing is right, and just going to make sure the body and the angle is all in the correct position. I'm going to start off with talking about some common errors I see in golfers or even my students. Assume you get to a good position at the top of the backswing. I see some golfers under rotate. Then they start off with the hands going at the ball first. They are not rotating their body, they're going with the hands first. Alright, that's one. And the other one is, we all know that we need to turn our body, our chest towards the target, but then they start just spinning out like that. Just trying to make sure they turn their body, they just spin the body, and the weight will remain on the right side, and the ball usually will miss it outright. In order to start the downswing right, we've got to make sure we get the sequence correct, okay? So, since we're talking about the downswing today, I assume all of us have a good position at the top of the backswing. Alright? Good position at the top of the backswing. As you can see from setup, my left knee is in this position. When I get to the top of the backswing, my left knee is moving somewhat inwards and downwards. So the sequence on the downswing will start off with a weight shift. My weight is going to start moving towards the left side, where you can see that my left knee is somewhat coming back to where it started. Then it follows with the hips, my upper body, and then my handle, and then the club face, okay? So again, get to the top of the backswing. You can see my left knee is moving inwards and downwards. We're going to start the downswing with a slight weight shift towards the left side, where you can see my knee is back to where it started. Then we go with the lower body, which is my hips rotating back, and then my upper body, my handle, and then the club towards the ball. So that is the sequence of the downswing. Now I'm going to show you some drills how to start the downswing. So first of all, get an alignment stick, just stick it into the ground. And I'd like for you to put the alignment stick just right outside your left heel or your lead heel, okay? Outside your left heel. Alright, so your hip and the stick will have about a fist of a gap over here. So set up. Again, assume you have a really good position at the top. So now, I would like for you to close the gap. Okay, so my hip is turning like this in this angle, and then it remains at this angle and shift to the left side. You see my weight shifting towards the left side. Okay, from here you can see my left knee is back to the position, to where it started. So pay attention to where my left knee is. When I take my backswing, my left knee is moving inwards and downwards, and then the trigger point for the downswing will be the weight shift. So the left hip will be closing the gap. As you can see, my left knee is moving to a position where it started. My hip is closing the gap. From here, I'm going to rotate my left hip back, and the upper body will follow until impact position. So again, good position at the top. Weight shift, closing the gap. Left hip rotating backwards. Okay? And then when I'm rotating backwards, my chest will follow the hip, and then it will be the handle and then the club face. Alright, if you get to this position where the hip is opening towards the target, the chest is also somewhat opening towards the target, the weight is shifted to the left side, all you need to go is just let the club go. Just release and extend the both arms. At this position, you're going to see that my hips is definitely ahead of my chest, okay? So if you have a wrong sequence where the hands go first, and then the upper body, and then the rotation, you will definitely have your upper body going first. At this position, it's really hard to extend the arms, it's really hard to release the club in a good angle. So just gotta make sure that you work on the sequence on the downswing before you speed up in order to have a good downswing. So it's gonna look like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, impact position. Then we're gonna release. Finished. Alright guys, that's all I have for the downswing. The downswing happens in a split second, so you're just going to make sure you know the sequence for the downswing and find your trigger point. For me, I suggest that your trigger point will be the weight shift, the lateral move towards the left side, where you're stepping into your left foot, okay? So that will be a good trigger point where your left knee moves towards the starting position, and then just gonna trust that the body will synchronize and follow everything just like a ballet dancer. All right guys, if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys again soon.